Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sawadee-krap.
สวัสดีครับ
How's everybody?
อัลฮัมดุลิลลาห์
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Dengar?
Yes.
Ya. Ya, Alhamdulillah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, check. We shall wait for everybody to join. We have roughly around 5 to 10 minutes.
When we start?
We'll start sharp at 2 o'clock. Thailand, 2 o'clock Bandung, 3 o'clock Singapore.
Dia duduk Bandung.
Bandung, the time same narrative no.
Sama.
Sama. Bandung is 2 o'clock too.
Yes, 2 o'clock. Hi, Mr. Iman.
Hello.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm Zaha, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Zaha. Because I can't
Nice to-
actually see your name down here. It's something else.
Oh, yes. I'm actually the moderator for today,
Nice.
presenting Tosh Group. I believe you are members of Singapore Malay Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamualaikum. Mr. Iman,
Salam.
how are you?
Alhamdulillah. And you are
Panumat. Kenakan.
Panumat. And which part of Thailand are you from?
Bordering to Malaysia. Kelantan.
Narathiwat.
Ya, betul. Been here before?
Sorry, sir.
Pernah datang di sini?
Belum pernah. Tapi nenek saya, my grandmother was from Yala.
Masya Allah.
Oh, wow, what a small world.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
My mother's mother was from Yala.
Cairo and Siras dah datang. So you must be the third person coming here.
Inshallah, inshallah.
InsyaAllah ya.
Assalamualaikum semua.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi
Mr. Shah.
Sawadee krap.
สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee-krap.
I'm Pira from Singapore.
Hi, Pira.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, I see that I'm the first from TMTA to join. So let me introduce myself. Take this time to introduce myself. My name is Marut or Faison. You can call me Faison. I'm a vice president of Thai Muslim Trade Association, TMTA. We are the center of collaboration for Muslim business people or halal business entrepreneurs, including non-Muslim business people who have halal products and services to export to other countries. They are also our members as well. We have more than 300 members throughout Thailand. So I'm very glad to be with you all today.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you for your time.
Certainly.
So,
Many other members of TMTA will also join us shortly. So
great.
okay.
That would be good. Since let me just little bit brief all of you here. it's gonna be a very relaxed session. Later when I start, I'm just gonna introduce the program. I'm gonna introduce myself, and then I'm gonna open the floor for everybody to introduce themselves. So each participant are given about 2 minutes to introduce themselves, where they're from, and what do they do. And then after everybody already introduced themselves, and will give the floor open again, and whoever want to ask question may raise their hand. There's a button here, reaction. You can actually clap or say hi, or you can actually raise your hand at the chat. The chat. Yes. So you can actually do that, or you just raise your hand from the video, and then I will just call you up and give you the floor. So don't be stressed.
No, there's nothing to be stressed. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Okay, great. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let me just share a little bit how I get to know TMTA, how I get to know Mr. Panumat, how I get to know Mr. Nasir here, where basically they are all my friends from Southern Thai. I'm Zaha. I used to work for the Malay Chamber of Commerce Malaysia. That's how I get to know all these people. And now I am actually back at my hometown, which is in Bandung. I actually live here and run our small family business in Bandung.
So you're an Indonesian?
Well, I am actually Malaysian.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
nice to know that.
Thank you. Tosh Group is also a friend of ours. We've been doing a lot of things together for the past 2-3 years. I actually brought Siraj, I actually brought Hairul to Narathiwat. I asked them to come see for themselves, because a lot of people, when you say come to Narathiwat, and then they just say, is it safe? So I was like, okay, yes, so far I'm still alive. So far my friends is all there. So when they came, they actually believe what I said. So then they said, okay. Initially, Tiger Air or Scoot actually have direct flight to Kota Baru. From Kota Baru, you can actually go to Narathiwat through Sungai Golok exit.
And how long does it take from there?
From Kota Baru to Sungai Golok is about 40 minutes for normal people. For myself, Mr. Panumat, and the rest of us who are considered local, will just take about half an hour, a little bit 10 minutes earlier.
Okay.
So we always get in touch with our Thai counterpart through the southern side. As you can see, Kedah are connected to Satun through Bukit Kayu Hitam, and Kelantan is actually connected to Narathiwat, and also Perak also connected to which exit actually? Which one exit? Yeah, so pretty much we are all connected, you see. So what do you do, Mr. Iman?
I was waiting to introduce myself later.
Okay,
but it's okay, since we are already down here. Let's have a chat.
Yeah, cool.
I'm in freight. I do freight forwarding. So yeah, so my main business is Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. So we do a lot of freight.
Great. Wow.
Sorry, there was a distortion just now, so I stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, basically I do freight like Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. That's our key business. But of course we do global freight as well, and what do you call that? Other small stuffs as well. I mean, we don't have so much of business from Thailand. Very minimal. But we do have from Songkla and from Bangkok.
Interesting.
Yeah, occasionally we do have because they buy a lot of Indonesia. They like to buy a lot of cosmetics. Indonesia buys a lot of cosmetics from Malaysia and Thailand.
So they ship through Singapore.
Yes, and we do all the way for them from say from Thailand or from KL or from wherever. We do for them all the way until their door. We got a few customers in Bandung doing all the quite a few customers we have our own warehouse in Bekasi.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we have our own office in Batam and we have a warehouse in Bekasi and okay, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
By air or by land? By air, right?
It depends. By air, by land, and by sea. We do all because I mean it really depends on the volume. You see, sometimes going by sea or going by land, it can be more expensive than you sending by air, depending on the volume. But if you've got a bigger volume, of course, the best to send by sea. You know what I mean? So it really depends on the urgency of the product and also cost factor. You know what kind of costing the customers are looking at. So we are here to just provide a solution. So if they need something fast, we do something fast for them. If they don't mind paying a little bit more, yeah, we don't mind doing that for them. But if they have a budget constraint and they say, okay, we don't mind taking a little bit longer, we don't mind by sea or by land, then we do it accordingly to their needs.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
But I'm keen to if I can find a partner in southern Thailand, we potentially may have a lot of business from Thailand to a lot of places because I mean especially southern Thailand. You see, because it's always the customs which is a bit of an issue. Sometime even like when we bring things across from Bukit Kayu Hitam up to Songkla. Sometimes the customs can be a little bit of a hassle. So if there is somebody who can assist us with across the border and assist to build the business, yes, I'm sure there's a lot of potential.
Great. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, you will find a potential partner here.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Mr. Siraj just came in.
Yes. Saudi Cup.
Yeah, hi. Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi,
nice to see our Thai brothers here and also
Alhamdulillah ครับ Jazakallah ครับ
I miss you guys. Alhamdulillah, very good.
Alhamdulillah ครับ
just stuck in an island for now.
Okay.
Yeah. But thanks for the explanation, Iman. I think if I can build up on what Iman had said, Iman is a good friend of ours. And he's been doing logistics for a long time. I think for Indonesia, if there's something that you want to send, how big, how small, you don't need to worry, you just call Iman. That's the take in Singapore, how people think about Iman. So he has been expanding his business around, and I think if Mr. Panumat, Abang Mi can help him, especially with the customs or things like this, I think it will be very useful for him to assist. And that will include the supply chain from Narathiwat, southern Thailand, all the way to Singapore and maybe Indonesia for that matter. Yeah. Mr. Zahar, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Siraj. Hi, everyone. Assalamualaikum. Thank you for joining us here at Zoom Networking episode 3. Now, today we actually focusing with our neighbor country, Thailand. So I actually welcome all of you to be part of this small little networking session that we actually intend to make it almost every week. So don't be stressed, just take it easy because it's going to be very relaxed, or Indonesia would say santai. We can actually speak multiple language here. People are allowed to speak English, Malay, and Thai if you can speak Thai. Indonesian, no problem. So later, let me explain a little bit about the session. Okay. Everyone are given about 2 minutes to introduce about themselves, about their business, and where they're from. And after everybody finish explain about themselves, I will open the floor for everybody to ask question. However, everybody need to raise their hand like in the school so that they get the chance to ask question. So I will just moderate all the session so that we can actually enjoy the session together. So now, if I may start, I would like to, oh, okay. Sure.
May I suggest something?
Yes, please.
Just because we are all new to each other, okay? May I suggest that we put at least maybe your country in your, you know, rename your name in the Zoom network. At least put your country, or if you can put your organization in there, that would be nice as well, because it helps us keep track of where you are and what you do. May I suggest that? I have already done that myself for me, so that you can see where I'm from Thailand, okay, from TMTA, for example. Just a suggestion.
Okay. If that's the case, I would suggest Mr. Marut McCloy to start to introduce himself.
Oh, okay. All right. 2 minutes, right?
Yes, 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. My name is Marut, or you can call me Faison. I'm a vice president of Thai Muslim Trade Association. We have more than 300 members who are halal entrepreneurs in Thailand, mostly Muslim business people, but we also have we are open to non-Muslim entrepreneurs as well who have halal products. But in my own personal business, I'm a professional copywriter, advertising copywriter, and also consultant on language, on advertising language for more than 200 world's leading brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Nike, Adidas. You know, you can name them. They are pretty much my clients. I work with some of the most successful advertising agencies, not only in Thailand, but also throughout the regions, and also in the United States and in London as well. So basically, I help people communicate across languages, the language barriers, letting them communicate what they really wanted to say, to capture, to deliver their brands to their targeted audience. So that's what I do. I don't intend to use too much of your time. That's it, I think.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Mr. Marut.
Thank you.
Okay, next. Can we go with, yes, Mr. Nick. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure,
so,
no problem.
So it's great. Maybe you can spend 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, even okay. But in the chatting to say what you do or your trade, because after Marut done, by the time all 10 of us will go back to Marut, I probably forgot what Marut is doing.
Okay, yeah, that's a good suggestion.
It's a good idea.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah. Okay, great. So let's say this is an example. Nick, blah 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 blah, right here in the chat room. So later we'll copy it and everybody will know.
Thank you, Mr. Nick, for the suggestion.
Yeah. Can Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next, can we have Miss Nur Farhana to introduce herself?
Hi everyone, I'm Nur Farhana from Singapore Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So basically, I'm in charge of internationalization in SMCCI. So basically, my job is to assist basically I'm working with a group of consultants that are being appointed by us to assist us in doing the business mission, trips to overseas, trade fairs, inbound delegation to Singapore, networking with our members, and also networking sessions in activities in Singapore and also in overseas. So that's my scope of work. Apart from that, I do have other portfolio areas that I'm also handling, but I think this is more relevant to organization.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Nur Farhana. So next, can we have Mr. Panumat?
My name is Panumat Cendakan, atau you can call me Suhaimi. I'd like to introduce myself as firstly my personal business first. Can I have some pictures here?
Yes.
Doesn't go. Never mind. It doesn't work. I myself, as a businessman, a clothing business, I found a new brand for women clothing, and also I have 4 branches of the shop, including one that was shut down lately in Songkla, Hanyai, at the shopping mall. Luckily, we have standalone for 3 more branches. So that's a really direct effect on my business. And also I have involved in social enterprise or social business. I am as the managing director of social business Naratiwat Social Business Enterprise. We do cover 3 provinces. We do a lot of social community work, such as agriculture, go help farmer, and also go do marketing for them, and also help them to produce something from agro product. And lastly, we do also helping in terms of tourists. We cannot deny the income of people are mostly rely on tourists. So lately, it has been really affect on our income so much. So I want to introduce myself. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Panumat. Next, can we have Mr. Iman again?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I'm Iman Yusof from Singapore. I'm based in Singapore. I run a company called Indobox Private Limited. If you check on the website, it's www.indoboxasia.com. We are into freight forwarding. We do freight forwarding worldwide, but our main focus is on Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia for cargo coming in and going out, for sea freight, air freight, or even by land, by trucks. Our main focus is mostly in cosmetics and apparels. That's where bulk of our customers are in, and of course foodstuffs as well. So basically, that's the gist of what I do. Inshallah, hopefully we can do something together with some of the guys down here. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Mr. Iman. Next, I would like Mr. Nasir from Naratiwat to introduce himself. Yeah, yes. Okay, Mr. Nasir, I don't think we can hear you. We don't get. We don't have your voice here. Never mind. If that's the case, let me proceed with another person. I would like to have Mr. Vasu, the president of the MTA, to introduce himself.
I used to work as a merchandising director in a major retail business in Thailand for more than 20 years. After that, I have decided myself to become the entrepreneur. I have do the importer product from the Thai, from Italy, from Europe, and from China, from ASEAN, such as Indonesia, Malay, Vietnam, import to the housing project and then the housing outlet in Thailand. And this is part of my business, right? And then secondly, I'm doing the president of the Thai Muslim Trade Association. We have the total member. We try to support them, such as the Corona-19, right? We have do a lot of things. I will inform you later. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Mr. Vasu. Next, can we have Mr. Nick to introduce himself?
Hi, it's Nick. I live in Singapore, originally from Indonesia. We manufacture non-woven fabrics, and we make them or we customize them to recycle bag, goodie bag, carrier bag, laundry bag. Like those hotel, they use laundry bag, right? And suit cover, like you have tailor made the suit, like the one that Siraj is wearing, this nice suit. The tailor, they use that as a cover. We also, for the bridal shop, the ladies nightgown cover, and we also make table runner, drawstring bags. All are recycled, go green. We go green, all with the print job and customize the size. Current market, Indonesia and Singapore. So hopefully we can expand to the neighbor country. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nick. Next, can we have Mr. Hisham?
Okay, assalamualaikum everyone. Yeah, my name is Hisham. Yeah, my nickname Hisham. My name is Mr. Syed Muhammad, from the TMTA, the member of TMTA. My place in Narathiwat, South part in Thailand, this border in Malaysia. Now the specialist on agriculture factory for durian frozen, for mangosteen frozen, and for all of Thai fruit frozen. Export to main of my customer is in Malaysia and China and Vietnam also. We hope we can talk together for a long time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham. Next, I would love to have Mr. Sham from SBF, right?
Assalamualaikum. Yeah. I'm from Singapore Business Federation. Just joining to just check out your internationalization program. Then I would love to work in a future collaboration. Yeah, I'm handling the Global Connect program currently for Indonesian market. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sham. Next, may I have Mr. Azu from Bangkok?
My name is Azu Mathavi. I live in Thailand. I can do MICE Halal, event organizer, exhibition, and interior. I can do Thailand Halal Assembly, Bangkok Halal, Money Expo ครับแล้วก็มอเตอร์โชว์นะครับแล้วก็ประมาณนี้ครับเดี๋ยวจะก็เล่าค่อยลั่นครับ
Okay, Mr. Azu is from Talent Creation. His company actually promotes MICE for Thailand government. So they are currently doing most of the halal event in Bangkok and also the rest of Thailand. Thank you, Mr. Azu.
Thank you.
Okay, next, can we have Where everyone gone? Mr. Iskandar Shahril.
Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Okay. Hi. I'm Iskandar from Singapore. I'm pretty much in the sports industry, and before this circuit breaker in Singapore, probably spent about 1/3 of my time in Thailand, in Bangkok, every month actually. So put pasatai nit noi nakap kunya kuntai. Just telling them, okay, still a bit of the language. My grandma is from Thailand. I import into Singapore. So I import into Singapore apparel from Thailand for cycling and triathlon wear, F2P, and I also bring in the energy gel for the guys in Thailand. It's called Diva Energy Gel. So these are all pretty much related in the sports stuff, and I do a lot of work with the sports tourism. TAT, Tourism Authority Thailand of Singapore, is actually my client. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iskandar. Next, can we have Mr. Shannon?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Sorry I was late. I have a few things to do. Okay, from Singapore. I'm doing IT consultancy or IT work for the past 14 years. I'm also involved with some business in Indonesia. That's for the past 2-3 years, mainly working with the Belitung government. That is an island off Sumatra. So those are some of the things I do. So we serve mainly small and medium enterprises in Singapore. We provide outsource IT. So the basic thing is outsource IT to our companies. Yep, that's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Shannon. Next, can we have our friend from Batam, Mbak Dewi? Ibu Dewi?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
I speak Indonesian. Can I?
Yes, please.
Halo, saya Dewi. Selamat. Saya baru kali ini join. It's very nice to meet, bertemu dengan banyak orang dari berbagai negara. Saya CEO Koperasi Rumah Bungkus Raja Isa. Kami fokus untuk ekspor. Alhamdulillah produk-produk small medium enterprise sudah sampai ke Beijing. Itu saja, terima kasih.
Alhamdulillah, terima kasih. I will just translate a little bit. Miss Dewi is from Batam. She actually do export. And she also represent the Koperasi from Indonesia. Okay, next, can we have Miss Rini?
Hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Renee from Hashtags. This is where we harness transformation in business, which is internationalization, brand, which is branding and marketing, advisory, and also activities online, offline, and also digital transformation. So separately, we also have a community of entrepreneurs where we inspire, educate, empower, and connect across Asia with offices in Singapore and Malaysia. And these two countries are where we also hold yearly conferences. So we're looking at expanding the community to other parts of Asia as well. Nice meeting all of you.
Thank you, Ms. Renee. Next, can we have our founder, Mr. Siraj, to introduce himself again?
Yeah. Hi. Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So, all right. Yeah. So I'm Siraj from Tosh Group. I'm based in Singapore. Our business is mainly to develop other businesses in our neighboring countries, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. As we go along, we also have other friends from Russia, Saudi Arabia, who wants to come and expand in these countries also. So for us, basically, we are in the search for other companies to collaborate, to work together, to partner together, and develop the business further. Because I think that is the only way to chase after success, to be more successful. Thank you, Cesar.
Thank you, Mr. Siraj. Next, can we have Mr. Sukit? I believe he's from Thailand.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. I try to open video. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. My name is Sukit. Muslim name, you can call me Zulkifli. Yeah, and so now I'm doing business, jewelry business. So we have a retail store in Narathiwat, Hat Yai, and Yala province. So now we also manufacture jewelry for OEM. So we have many dealers. Maybe next year we try to invest in Malaysia. Try to look for a new market in Malaysia, inshallah. Yeah, that's all.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Yeah, sama.
Okay, next, can we have Mr. Shah, Pira Shah?
Assalamualaikum, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, Waalaikumsalam.
Hi, I'm Pira from Singapore. I am the business owner for Global Entertainment Production. So my company is actually dealing in arts, culture, and lifestyle. And our other businesses which we are actually doing is travel tours, food catering, health supplements, beauty, surfing, skate, and basically we try to cater to the community and engage with them to develop interest and actually drive sales. So we are also a marketing company. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pira. Alhamdulillah. Next, can we have our friend from Malaysia, Mr. Alan?
Hello, Assalamualaikum semua. Very good afternoon. My name is Alan Alaidin. I'm from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur at the moment. I have a business in Indonesia, Jakarta, in the area of technology, specifically a lot of, I can share you on website. And other than my business, I'm also in the Malaysia Chambers, Jakarta. We have about 1,000 over members in various fields like telecommunication, finance, mining, plantation, and many more. So happy to be here. Happy to share resources if you require it from me. And I will also in a short while put up my website of both the business as well as our Chambers Jakarta. And feel free to connect with me either on my WhatsApp or on my email. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Mr. Alan. Next, I would love to have Mr. Hitya. Mr. Hitya, you there? Okay, never mind. Let's move to Mr. Imran.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
very clear.
All right, I'm Imran. I'm from Senama Marketing Private Limited, based in Singapore. We are Agarwood dealers. we are also suppliers to the Middle East. Why I'm here, basically, I want to know what we can do over in Thailand, Jakarta, and see how we can expand our business in any way or make any networking with anybody. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Imran. Next, can we have our great moderator from the previous episode, Mr. Kai?
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Khairuddin here. Basically, I'm working together with Siraj with Torch Group and also other Torch entities, Torch tutors and all. So yeah, we setting up this networking session for everybody to benefit from getting to know each other and how you all can manage during this COVID-19 so that you all can do trading business and all, and maybe as a support system for everyone for the 3 countries, Indonesia, Malaysia and Thailand, and inshallah more to come in next week, in the weeks after. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kai. Next, can we have Mr. Mo? Is Mr. Mo around?
Hi, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah, Sawadee-Kap. Hi guys, sorry. Yeah, I was I'm actually a security consultant with Strostech. So we actually have an office in Singapore and Malaysia. So we actually deal with security systems like access control, CCTVs, visitor management systems, video intercoms, that kind of thing. Yes, I'm actually joining this because I'm actually very interested in bringing Strostech and our solutions to Thailand as well. Thanks.
Alhamdulillah.
Sorry, just on a quick note, I unfortunately will not be able to stay very long. At around 4 p.m., I actually have to join a call with Institute of Policy Studies in Singapore as well regarding migrant workers. So just a heads up if I have to leave later at 4. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, can we have Miss Yawiyah Ceklah? Okay, probably she's not around. Maybe we can move to Miss Nur Hafizah.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
my name is Nur Hafizah. I'm from Malaysia. What shall I introduce? I should introduce my business, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am now into GIF, which I provide masks using the fabric, dry chill fabric to Malaysia and Singapore. Yeah.
Okay, I believe that's all. Thank you, Miss Nur Hafizah. Can we move to Miss Diana Win?
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Not sure. This is my first time trying. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Thanks
afternoon.
for letting me in, and it's my honor to know you all and good to see you all. Thanks for organizing this, sort of a webinar, networking session. Well, my name is Diana Wayne. I'm the managing director of Royal Queen Service Private Limited in Singapore, and also I'm the founder of the Myanmar Biz Connect. I'm actually strategic business consultant for Myanmar market. All right, Myanmar market. This is Myanmar is a pioneer frontier market, emerging market in South. I have been a member with SMCCI for 2 years, and I'm actually secondly appointed as a consultant for international program by SMCCI. So I'm happy to assist you anything, you need any assistance, any helps to, venture into Myanmar market, or you want to actually explore the business opportunities, or maybe expand your business, look for the opportunities into Myanmar. So I'm happy to help all of you. Feel free to get in touch with me. My number's at 6593873400. Yeah, anytime, please raise your hand and I will get in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Diana. To all of you that we already include everyone in the same group chat, which is the WhatsApp group. Everyone will get in touch to each other on any matter, no problem. Yeah. So if you all want to get connected to each other, you can go to the group. Thank you so much. Next, can we have Miss Asnita Anis?
Hello, hello everyone.
Hi.
Okay. I'm actually like Priyasha just already explained just now. So I'm actually a business partner with him. So yeah, we are from Global Entertainment Production. I'm from Singapore. Okay. Yeah, so just now when he mentioned that we actually deal with arts, culture, and lifestyle, we actually start to do other things like we also import like pure honey. So we are importing from Malaysia to Singapore. So for the consumer to actually get it from us.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, I just remembered. Can we go back to Mr. Nasir?
I see you forgot me.
No. Almost. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear? Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Nasir. Can you call me Nasir or Haji Nasir or Abah Nasir after you? I'm owner of Nasir Buffet or Nasir Seafood Restaurant in southern Thailand, Narathiwat. Yeah. And my current position now is president of MTAN, Muslim Trading Association of Narathiwat. Yeah, and president of food in municipality in Narathiwat, in Narathiwat town. Yeah, so I feel glad. First time we joined together with meeting, Zoom, networking. Yeah, nice to meet you, everyone.
Thank you, Abang Nasir. To all of you, I just would like to introduce Nasir Seafood again. Nasir Seafood is like the only seafood place that you should go in Narathiwat. And to all of you who never tried the authentic Thai food, you should go, when you go to Narathiwat, just look for Nasir Seafood. It's very nice, it's very pure. And
thank you for your recommend.
And the most obvious is halal, because if you go to Bangkok, it's hard for you to find halal seafood as well. So that's pretty much about Nasir Seafood. Okay, I believe I missed a few people, but can I go back to Mr. Hitya? Sir, are you there? Okay, maybe Hitya is not here. Never mind. Then I move to Miss Gloria Su.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Gloria. I am a Malaysian, right now living in Singapore, but I'm based, before the lockdown, I was based in Thailand. Two business entity. Number one that I came in was because I've got a company here in Singapore who actually fund SMEs. So I'm looking for companies who maybe at this point in time needed some funding, who needs maybe small sum of money to tie through the COVID-19 struggles in exchange for funding to equity. And the other one is actually a company which I run in Thailand. It's called NLP Top Coach. NLP Top Coach is actually a training company who provides training for sales, for coaching for business owners. And I am part of the team of Malaysian Thai Chambers of Commerce as well. So here to provide facilities and coaching, free coaching 1 hour, as well as funding. And I also have funding for bigger projects for hotels and hospitals in Malaysia. So if anyone of you have got any projects that are needing funding, do let me know. The funding in Malaysia one is bigger. It's from 2 million to 5 million. So yeah, I will share my profile and details in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Gloria. Wow, you have a lot of money to share. Thank you.
The funding is from teams, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. I think I did have everyone already except for the newcomers. Can we have Mr. David Chung, who just came in, to introduce yourself and your business and where you from?
Okay, Ken. Let me see. Is my virtual background clear? If not, I change to normal without virtual background.
Honestly, just change to the normal one.
Okay, let me change now. Okay, hope this is clearer.
Yeah, better.
Okay. All right. Basically, I'm actually in business management. Basically, in my company, I do business coordination and business development. I coordinate in the business management company that is consists of a few group of people: the corporate secretary, the accountant, and the lawyers, and the so-called business development agency team for all the various licensing for the various businesses that need to get license or need to get contractors or renovators or the various agencies to support in the growth of the business. So in short, I do business development for business growth. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. David.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next, we get back to Hidya. Can you still...
Hi, can you hear me now?
Oh, it's me, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so sorry about the technical issues earlier. So hi everyone, I'm Hidya, I'm from Singapore. I'm a childbirth educator and birth doula. So I work closely with pregnant moms, with couples, and I assist them by giving emotional, mental support during their labor and delivery.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Hidya. So sorry about before.
No worries.
Now, I think we have our last participant. His name is Haris.
Yeah, Haris here. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear.
Yes, sir. So what would you like to know?
Would you just introduce yourself and your business and where you from?
Okay, I'm Haris. I'm from Singapore. So registered with the company VTC Trading, Village to City Trading. So basically, most of my products are coming from Indonesia. Mainly packaged snacks, vegetable and fruit chips. Also, we are looking into frozen vegetable and fish, and also maybe moving on to fresh produce.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Haris.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, everyone, I believe everyone get the time to introduce themselves and their business. Now is the time that we actually go to the main matter, that we would like to know what is happening in Thailand. Previous episode, we actually share and discuss what happened in Singapore and what happened in Malaysia and also Indonesia. Most of us here would like to know what happened to Thailand when the COVID-19 came. May I get anyone from Thailand to share their story? Anyone who want to? Okay, Mr. Panumat.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, there's some difficulty. Just to recap the situation right now in Thailand, COVID confirmed cases add up to 2,988 for yesterday, and new case just only one yesterday, and sudah balik rumah 2,747. So active hospitalized 187. So pretty much contained, and so that is total of Thailand COVID-19 pandemic. However, just for the record and for your information, Naratiwan only. Yesterday we only have 1 new cases confirmed, whereas we haven't have cases for quite numbers of days, and then in confirmed cases total up to 35%. But sudah balik rumah 2/3 orang, so very few people left hospitalized. Dan juga fatality 1 orang. So right now the government is looking forward to ease up the business and the situation. Last time, I mean, a few days ago, the government has announced the first step of is to loosen up the business to reopen.
Oh, okay.
The least risk of the business, such as restaurant, where small restaurant, no air condition, but somehow still have the procedure to follow, such as instead of full capacity of the restaurant, must be at least half of the customer. So that's the situation right now. There are a few more places, such as can go for at the park, can go for tennis, can do things more activities. But it's only first step. And then again, the government will be review again on the next 14 days. And if the situation is getting worse, then probably it's going to go back, shut down again. But somehow it's very good news for my business also, and also for Nase. Big restaurant should be open on the second step, maybe for the end of this month. Yeah, shopping mall, big shopping mall at the Songkla, where my shop is there, is also expect to reopen, and restaurant, Nasir restaurant and some other restaurant should be open also. So that is pretty much what's happening in Thailand right now, and also maybe some other member from TMTA or somebody else would add this up. So far, I would like to say that this event of we are having right now, Zoom Connect network, is very, I think it's very useful. It will increase our connectivity. It will increase our opportunity to do more in terms of marketing. to know more people so we can increase our connectivity and our market. So I would like also to mention the situation in Thailand. Since Thailand is heavily depends on tourism. For the last years, the income from the tourists itself almost 300 million baht. So once it's shut down like this, it's heavily effect on the income of the people, especially SME like us. So again, we look forward to reopen, and then we will increase more opportunity from this platform, from this connection. So this time being, I'll let some other Thai members would add more information.
Alhamdulillah. Can I get Mr. Vasu to explain on the organization initiative to help any business people in Thailand during the pandemic?
Can you repeat?
Yes. Can you hear me, sir? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
we can hear you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. My signal is not very good. We support our program in our team in a head office. And to support category. And for the non-food, we try to do the, like a TV direct online marketing to support our member. This is the first project which we are doing at the moment. We also do the, donation online. We cooperate with many people who want to donate in the fasting area. This is part of the, what we call immediate action to support our member. And secondly, we are lucky. We have been dealing with the agriculture minister. We have the project from support from agriculture minister. We will do the, Limadasa project, like an expo in Malaysia, big program expo from Thailand, and then the 5 states from Malaysia. So which will help maybe at the end of this year or maybe at the early of next year, the support, the money support will come from the, the government side. And secondly, we also have the, agriculture product to export to Saudi Arabia, like a hatching period. And thirdly, we will do like, as Mr. Jade, right, involved with this project, we will do like, royal family project. At the moment, we have this project in northern of Thailand, but we try to persuade the royal family to do this project in the southern of Thailand. And then we also do a lot of projects to support agriculture, especially in southern of Thailand, which support by the government. This is what we are doing at the moment. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Vasu.
Yes.
There's a question coming from Mr. Iskandar. Any indication when is the Thai border to open, to reopen?
So I think Mr. Panumat will answer this question.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of border, my personal point of view, I would think is quite sometimes due to not only from Thai part. I think also it depends on Malaysia also. The situation right now is pretty much early to tell when to reopen the border because people start coming back from Malaysia, and we are now have local quarantines, and we found out some of them, a few of them, has confirmed infected. So from the situation right now, I think it's difficult to tell when, but should be quite some times in order to reopen. That's the from my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Panumat. Mr. Roy.
Panumat just said. I can add a little bit to what Mr. Panumat just said. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand, CAAT, has already announced that at least they are closing the Thai aviation, the Thai sky from any planes arriving in and going out until the 1st of July. The 1st of June at least, and they will consider again maybe by the end of May to see whether they will be able to open up after that. But at least I think by the 1st of June we'll still be closing the air space from many airplanes coming in and going out. But actually we are starting to let the domestic airplanes, the domestic flights to start operating. A few airlines are already coming back right now at some of our most busiest airports, like the Suvarnabhumi and also Don Mueang. So that's what I can add to you.
So is there any restriction from the government that something similar to Malaysia? Malaysia just open for business, but not entirely. People can now actually go to office to work. Some states in Malaysia actually practice you still cannot go to the restaurant, but some you can, but only one table, only one people drinking at the table. So do they implement this in Thailand? Because I got to know from someone in Bangkok that not all areas are closed. Some are still operate as usual.
That's for me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's for you.
Okay. Well, most of the businesses are encouraged to still work from home. That's for sure. And I'm also encouraging my staff to work from their home as well. But the biggest business, like the department stores and the area where there are a lot of people, they are still pretty much closed. And some of the restaurants are allowed to take customers in for dining in, but they have to sit separately from each other, maybe with some barrier if they can allow do that. And there are some measures that need to be put in place, like checking of the temperatures and sanitary gels to wash their hands, and everything had to be put in place. So as far as restaurant is concerned, they are pretty much mostly open for takeaways, but you can also dine at some of the restaurant, not Shabu. You can go there to the Shabu restaurant, for example, but maybe for Thai restaurant, you can go to some of the Thai restaurants here and don't sit too close to each other. You can do that in some restaurants, and if they have the measures put in place, as I explained to you earlier. As far as the entertainment venues are concerned, pretty much closed, still closed. Nightlife, all closed, I think. But the streets of Bangkok are still pretty much seeing traffic jam back at the moment. So I think people are coming out again to do what they need to do. but still, we still are encouraged to stay at home at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much. How about Mr. Hisham? Yes.
Ya, Assalamualaikum. Can I speak Malay?
Yes,
Can ya?
please.
Okay. Ya, ya. Okay. Sekarang saya nak jawab Iskandar punya question. Sekarang ni border Thai Malaysia daripada Songkla, Bukit Kayu Hitam border. Sekarang ni all of the product, container, truck, or everything can do. Boleh run setiap hari. Jam pagi 6 pagi sampai 6 petang. Forwarding agent semua can do. Boleh jalan, semua boleh jalan. Sebab tu saya rasa produk daripada Singapore ke Thailand pun boleh jalan melalui Singapore, Johor Bahru ke Bukit Kayu Hitam, pass to Hat Yai or Bangkok, boleh jalan. Tapi mungkin guna masa sikit. Last week ada saya punya produk packaging daripada Bangkok to border Bukit Kayu Hitam to Alor, about today, 2 hari untuk declare something dekat border. Saya rasa siapa yang import export, saya rasa sekarang ni bukan masalah, dan ada apa masalah, saya rasa kita ada team yang boleh communication or itulah information, kita boleh update information. Okay, thank you. Okay, go back to Mr. Zaha.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hisham. Any of you would like to ask any question?
Yes, Riza, my name is Riza.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I got a question for Hisham, Mr. Hisham.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Hisham. Yeah, okay. Basically, I'm looking into some trading into China. So sekarang your products, is it ready to be exported to China? I mean, during this COVID-19 time?
Export to China from Thailand to China.
Yes.
Yeah. From Thailand to China now have the two way. First way or the seaport, the cargo, sea. Okay. Sea shipment. Second, now all off-road, Thai fruit, durian fruit, mangosteen, rambutan from the Bangkok to Laos border. Now Laos border and open, can go to Vietnam border, and after that to border China. Because if normally 3 days, now in COVID problem about 5 or 6 days for truck, by truck from Bangkok. I think from south part of Thailand, from border Thai Malaysia, about 1-2 days. To China about 7 days. After to China now very quick. I think 1 day all of China can logistic, because last week I have durian also. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you provide data on the site? Can you provide me your macam catalog so that I can, because I'm doing something with China. I'm inside their portal to promote products to trade to China. So maybe we can work together.
We can, and after I think Mr. Zaha can show the address and something. We chat on WhatsApp. Thank you very much for team.
Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia would like to ask question to the Thai people? Or any from Iman, yes, please.
Logistics and freight forwarding is still moving. If you don't mind a little bit of delay in time, whether it's from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, or even Thailand, for instance, it's still moving. As what the gentleman earlier shared, We have a lot of options. It's just a matter of whether you want to get it faster or you want to get it slower. And also it depends on the products. Like, for example, if you've got perishable products, then you have to look at options so that your things don't get spoiled. But if it's general products, things are just moving. It's just a matter of time. It's just how fast you're going to get it. Probably last time you can, and if you still want to insist on doing air freight, for example, it's going to be very expensive. We used to do freight like from Thailand, Bangkok to Singapore. It was only barely like $2 or $3, but now people are paying $10. So similarly, like from Singapore, I mean, we used to send. I mean, we send a lot of shipments to US. It usually costs us less than $6-7. Now people are paying $20 for air freight. So the thing will come down. It will definitely go down, but probably you have to wait for after June or maybe even July. The reason being is people always think that freighter, I mean, there is very few freighter flights. There's not much options for cargo planes, you see. Last time you get all the good price because you can still load cargo onto passenger flight, but now there's no passenger flights going. So that's why air freight becomes expensive, very expensive. So if your product doesn't require you to use air freight, the best option, if you ask me, what the gentleman earlier shared was very good. You can actually have an option from Singapore all the way up to Thailand during the not so difficult time. It would take about 6 to 7 days, which is even faster depending on which part of China again. So there's a lot of option from Bangkok down to KL, for example. You can actually get it done in 2 to 3 days. It's even faster than you getting your sea freight all the way up to Port Klang, getting it cleared and taking it out. It will cost you maybe not much of a difference in terms of cost, but in terms of time, yes, it can save you time. So I mean, I'm just sharing so that everybody has got some idea that, I mean, freight is still possible to be done.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
Mr. Parumat?
Add some more information regarding sending cargo to China. Exactly correct. Depends on where you are sending to. Myself sending to Kunming, I'll be able to send via Bangkok and straight to Chiang Rai and going through Laos and then straight to Kunming by land. So if I have the customer in Kunming, and also I have the customer in Ningxia. So unfortunately, Ningxia I have to send via cargo airplane. I mean by air. So right now we are not able to send to Ningxia. We only can send to Kunming only. So for this COVID-19, it's affect my business in that term also. Just wanted to share.
Thank you, Mr. Parumat. May I ask a question in regards to, I understand that TMTA actually was about to do a Cambodia Halal Expo during 2020. Is that still happening next year or following years?
So for the exhibition in Cambodia, we have cooperated with many people in there, and then we are trying to implement it. But unfortunately, we have the part of the government is also doing the expo over there, and we try to implement over there. But the people who want to involve, not many. So we have to decide. We are going to do it, or we are not continuing or not, because at the moment, we try to get the alternative. We try to join the event with the local people. Personally, at the moment, we have to decide after maybe August. So after everything settled, we will go to Cambodia again, and then we try to cooperate with the local management. If we have the joint venture with the local people, we will implement it. But if we cannot find, maybe we have to discontinue this program. So this is frankly speaking, I have to inform to you, Mr. Saha.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Wasu.
You're welcome.
Yes, Mr. Panumat.
Sorry, I like to use. I like to take this opportunity to promote 3 provinces that Mr. Zaha, Mr. Siraj, and Mr. Khairul has been here already, and I would like you all to come and visit us, and you would find so many things to explore. Especially, I would like to invite you just to come and do the tour on I mean, after this COVID-19, of course, but then, you know, this opportunity for us to be able to know what is going on in 3 provinces or in deep south of Thailand. Actually, if you have a chance to come and visit us, you will find there is so many opportunities that you can do business down here. Especially government has been putting a lot of effort, a lot of money, such as the airport now is expanding more bigger to prepare for more passengers. And also on Malaysia's side, you can see now the ECRL, East Coast Railway line is now underway. So it makes easy for tourists to come to Thailand. And they also, I'm not sure it's still there or not, the Tiger Air from Singapore direct to Kota Bharu is only about not more than 1 hour. You can reach Thailand also. You can reach here. Besides, if you wanted to come, we are be glad to go and fetch you up from the airport. It's so near actually. So actually, we prepare the pictures and all those, but some difficulty I have not a chance be able to share with you. There's so many beautiful things before this COVID-19, but then hopefully after this COVID-19 is over, we can come and see again. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, I would like to add on to what Mr. Panumat just shared, because I went to Narathiwat. Just maybe give me 2 minutes, Mr. Zaha, just to recount my experience to Narathiwat. So Mr. Zaha would know, he highlighted about Narathiwat, and he would have sensed that I was quite skeptical to go there initially. Being a Singaporean, maybe you are very safe, secure, we think too much. So we say, maybe not now, but then subsequently we got to know of a direct flight from Singapore to Kota Bharu, Kelantan, and then you can cross the border from there. I had some time and then I said, okay, let's go to Kota Bharu and Narathiwat, both places I've never been to actually. So the flight to Kota Bharu was short, less than 1.5 hours, reached to Kota Bharu, all okay. And then it's good to actually pass by Kelantan and also get to try their cuisine, because Kelantan has got various different types of rice, not just nasi lemak or chicken rice. They got so many different types of rices. You got to go try that. So I went to cross the border at Sungai Golok. I went from Rantau Panjang in Kelantan to Sungai Golok. It was easy, simple, and straightforward. So with our passports, I think the Singapore passport is quite favored around the world. So we just maybe ask a couple of questions. Okay, I'm going to Narathiwat to meet some friends to enjoy Narathiwat, to see what is there. That's okay, all right. And especially if you have Mr. Panumat around there, there shouldn't be any issue. So cross into there, and I had a meal at, I think, the restaurant where Chef Nasir, his restaurant. Very nice food, fresh, awesome. And then I started to go around Narathiwat. There was no point in the trip, which is for about 2 full days, 2 days, 1 night, or almost 3 days, that I felt insecure. There was no point of time that I felt insecure. In fact, I've been to the west, to to parts of Africa, I think probably I feel more insecure over there rather than in Narathiwat. So all this media about insecurity, violence, or any stuff like that doesn't really. I don't get to. I mean, thankfully, I don't see it. There's nothing like that. Everyone is civilized. Everyone goes through their business, goes through their, and they've got this place is full of history. If you read about them, a lot of history in Narathiwat and the southern Thai states. What is unique about them and why actually I think Zaha also invited them to join us today is because of their unique position. See, they are at the gateway to Thailand and the gateway to Malaysia from the north. So this is a unique position where they are at. And so if you are talking like how I think our friend Isham and Iman also highlighted, the costs or maybe the traveling time for sea and land freight could be faster than air freight in today's time. So yeah, guys, I mean, when the border is open, we should actually try to go to Narathiwat and check it out. Just to also add one more point, in fact, our friends in Thailand, what I would like to hear if you can, I shared an article in the group chat just now. It's about how the retail sales have gone down drastically in Singapore. It is at its worst since 1998, where the global recession happened, George Soros and things like that. So, but online sales have gone up tremendously. Online sales have gone up tremendously. As a Singaporean, we are quite bored over here. We eat a lot, and we tend to shop a lot lah because we got time, and then we are stuck online. Other than working, we want to click on some Lazada, something we have to buy. So if there's something that you guys have, you guys should share with us or in the group chat or anywhere, you know, where we can possibly, you know, highlight to our friends to get it or something like that. In fact, it could be as simple as anything below $5, right? I think in Singapore, anything below $5 is still quite acceptable. People can buy without thinking much. It could be a toy, it could be a pouch, it could be something that, you know, fancy mask, something like that. So yeah, let's keep brainstorming. Kita fikirkan apa idea-idea yang kita ada, yang kita boleh share dengan orang Singapore, dengan orang Malaysia, apa yang you know, boleh bawa manfaat untuk mereka, ada faedah, ada, you know, positive for them, and maybe we can start doing sales from there also. Yeah, so that's, yeah. Thank you, Zaha.
Thank you, Mr. Siraj. Just to share to all of you that I've been to Narathiwat almost every month when I was in Malaysia. Reason being, I work with the Malay Chamber of Commerce Malaysia. So we actually work together with Narathiwat and also Southern Thai a lot. Almost every month we actually entered Narathiwat for, well, it seems like business, but actually I go there and enjoy Tom Yum and Thai tea almost every month. And to be honest, I can't even find a good Thai tea in Bandung. I tried some in Singapore. You cannot challenge the origin. So speaking of tourism in Narathiwat, it's a different place altogether, whereby as the Malay Singaporean, you will find very different because you go there, you can actually see the same person speak two different language at the same time. And you find like, wow, they can actually change that language just like that. And you will enjoy the food and the scene all the time. Not to forget, I also tried travel from Singapore to Hat Yai. There's a direct flight from Singapore, and from Hat Yai, I actually travel to Narathiwat with their small bus, and it's quite interesting as well. So yes, why I always emphasize Southern Thai to most of our friend and most to is simply because that number one, if we all speak Malay, then we can actually communicate with them. Number two, is easy access. Number three, it's different. It's totally different to my own experience. So that's why I actually told Siraj we should connect with the Thai side through this Zoom networking. Thank you.
I'd like to share a few more things that maybe from Singapore part may not know what we've been doing with Kelantanese people with Malaysia side. In fact, we've been doing so many activities. One of major activities that we're proud to present to you is we call Salinan Muhibbah dan Lawatan Perniagaan Thailand 2019. The event was from 15 to 25th April last year, recently. So we spent together along the way from Kota Baru straight to Bangkok. We visit the factory. We visit the few places that very benefit to Perniagaan from Malaysia also, and from myself also. So you will find people who go there, not only from Kota Baru, they're from Johor, from some other part of the country. They even drive the car themselves straight to Bangkok. So I find it's very interesting that this kind of things happen. That is because of also the governor, and I might add also the governor is Muslim. Timbalan governor pun juga Muslim. Mr. Siraj datang and we all went to meet and talk to him also that day. And Mr. Hairul, sambutan daripada Timbalan governor ialah Cik Fatimah that day. So they are very excited that to hear Singaporean come to Narathiwat. So I would love to have more of you guys come in and visit us. And also people in Narathiwat, I found that when they have a chance to do a holiday, they would love to go to Indonesia. They would love to go to Singapore or maybe to Malaysia. If you guys connect with us, then we are not only go for just for fun only. We can go and maybe have something to do with our business together. So this is something that I would like to add more for Singaporean counterpart or maybe Indonesian counterpart. I'll be glad to help you to go pick you up from the airport from Kota Baru. Yeah, thank you so much.
Do you want?
Yeah, sorry, I just can I ask a question to Gloria? So Gloria, I understand that you did business or were based in Bangkok for some time. Maybe you can share a bit of your experience over there. How is it doing business with Thais in Bangkok?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Thanks,
the
Asira.
culture over
Long
there.
time no
Yeah, no
see.
problem. Yeah, definitely, Gloria.
Yeah. Okay, I've been there like for a year, and
Mhm.
predominantly I cover a lot of businesses, basically a business coach to a lot of foreigners who are based in Bangkok. So either through Malaysian Thai Chambers of Commerce or Singapore Thai Chambers of Commerce and the French Thai Chambers of Commerce. So the sentiment there is that there are a lot of money to be made, seriously speaking, because a lot of foreigners are still looking for, foreigners who are based in Thailand, who are based in Bangkok, who are looking for cheaper alternative, because when they are among the expat, they still pay a bigger sum and more expensive things. So they're always looking for cheaper alternative as well. So I will connect them to business owners, to the local business owners, to help them to expand the local business through the chambers. So that is one area. So I'm actually quite interested when Kun Panuman was talking about a lot of you all actually visited the cities down south. That's very interesting. However, moving forward after COVID-19, right, I think the sentiment for business has changed. We have to now move towards online. So my involvement right now with Malaysian Thai Chambers of Commerce, it's all everything about online, teaching all the business owners how to transit from traditional business to online business. Okay, so moving forward, 50% of the business, if you want to survive the next 2 years during the downtime, I think it is all online. Okay, so we need to change our business model while you still keep your traditional model, 50% of your business, but another 50% should be on an online basis. Whether it is through social media, you're going to interact, or through networking like that, or even interaction through a certain association, because that will be the best way of consolidating your business and then getting your leads. At the same time, helping each other in business to survive, because business owners are going through a lonely journey, really lonely journey at this present moment, and then they are all struggling with just survival. In Thailand, so far, my employees, all of them are working from home. I know that they started yesterday, they can actually come out to the office already, and today is a public holiday. And however, the fact is that our business can never be the same. Even for training, right now, we cannot do any training in the hotels, it still remains closed. And only certain essentials that we can actually trade. We don't know when it's going to reopen. Even when it reopens, I guess everything practicing social distancing is still going to be continued until the next 1 year probably. You know, and I like to also share that the people in Bangkok is very warm, and I like the way they do business. I mean, though I'm a Malaysian, but I've been staying in Singapore for 16 years, right? So I have to change the way I speak to Thai. So we have to slow down. We need to be nicer, not too rush, because as a member in the Singapore Thai Chambers of Commerce, I still see many Singaporeans who are very anxious and very fast when the way they speak. So I learned to tone down as well. So culture-wise, it's interesting. And I learned a lot from Malaysian Thai Chambers of Commerce because they've been there for more than 10 years. So they taught me a lot of things. And I like the idea that, Siraj, you mentioned that we can do anything and sell anything US dollars, $5 below. And I'm interested to actually try training for corporate clients, meaning if you have employees, to start off with that, you know, instead of charging exorbitant fee, maybe to reduce so that it is affordable during the downtime. COVID-19 has reset all businesses to zero. So you have the same opportunity to expand your business anywhere and gain market share together with the big boys. Yeah, so that's my opinion. Thank you, Siraj.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Gloria. It was nice to know about you. You know, you actually work together with Malaysia Thai Chamber.
Yeah, I was working together with Siraj in the SMCCI in Singapore before, when I was with CoESETS. Yeah, that's right.
What a small world.
Old friend,
yes, old friend.
Any more sharing from the Thai side?
Okay, maybe I share. Okay, although I'm a Singaporean, but before I got into a business development management role in my company, previously I was with DTZ Debenham Tai Leong. The company had really closed down. DTZ Debenham Tai Leong is an international real estate agency that deals with valuation, auction, and new launch and business property land development. Basically, what happened was during my time there are a lot of people from Thailand are in Singapore selling Thai properties and land in Thailand. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's this what they call famous Trump Towers and all those kind of thing. So basically, I'm explaining this is basically just to mention that through my own context, I liaise with a lot of these Thai people and also Thai agents, not only property agents, but also business agents that is trying to license between Singapore and Thailand. In fact, Thailand has a very very reasonable, great presence in Singapore, more presence in Singapore compared with Cambodia and Vietnam. In fact, the Thailand people are very prominent in Singapore. I've been to also the Thai embassy where they organize a Thai exhibition and Thai fair at the Thai embassy premises annually. So a lot of things are moving. And in fact, I'm very optimistic that after the COVID situation, transaction and business will still flourish in the traditional way, but in a different way. No doubt online business will definitely be more prominent. So I'm here to work both ways in Singapore and in Thailand, and to assist whatever I can in business development and also real estate development or land development between Thailand and Singapore. Yeah, that's my sharing.
Thank you, Mr. David. Mr. Marut, you have something to share, yes, sir?
You hear me? Okay.
Okay.
I'll be very brief. Well, I just want to tell you guys that considering you are from all over these regions, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Indonesia, if there is anything that you are looking to source from Thailand, any materials or any products, finished products or processed products, anything you're looking for from Thailand, being the Thai Muslim Trade Association with more than 300 members across the countries, and many of our members are members of other organizations, trade organizations and associations as well. So I'm pretty sure we can pretty much help you find what you're looking for. So if you have anything that you want to start from Thailand, let us know at TMTA. We probably can help you with that, and I think that's it. That's what I want to say from TMTA. But as our president Kun Batu has already mentioned to you, we are working very closely with the Thai government. We are actually pretty much a young organization of only 5 years old, but we have been invited by the Thai government, the present one, to work with the Minister of Agriculture and cooperatives to help promote halal products from Thailand across the world. And we are a special task force has been set up just last week, and with us being a major part of the task force, and we are hoping to promote Thai products, mainly agricultural products and halal products throughout the regions and also across the world. And pretty much maybe we can work with some of you guys in terms of freight forwardings and few other support businesses and services. So I'm really glad that we have this session and we are beginning to start to get to know each other. As I said, if there is anything we can help, either as myself, I'm a professional copywriter in all the world major languages. If you want me help in any languages, I can help you with that. Or as the vice president of TMTA with so many members. So I'm very pleased to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marut. I would just like to ask our representative from SMCCI to actually offer you something. Since you have 300 members, that would be very good value for SMCCI to have new members from all the way from Thailand. Farhana, maybe you can actually share what is the best offer for TMTA.
Okay. Basically, we at SMCI we do have international membership, which is actually free. You can actually go to SMCCI website. I will put it in the group chat, on this Zoom chat and also the WhatsApp chat. So basically, it's a 1 year free membership for international members. So I appreciate if you can join us to be part of our members. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be very pleased to promote that to our members. Can you send me, all those details in writing to my email? I have put my emails in the chat
yes.
already.
I wanted to actually text you to say that I'll be emailing you to connect.
Okay, do that, please. Thank you.
Farhana, maybe since you're doing international programs, right? Do you have, do SMCCI have a program working towards into Thailand market?
Okay, actually, I went for the recent business mission last year in October to Bangkok, Thailand. This is the main part of Thailand itself, which is Bangkok. So during that session, we are focusing more towards halal F&B. So we managed to meet up with Islamic Committee of Bangkok. We did manage to meet the National Food Industry of Thai, and also the Office of Central Islamic Council of Thailand, Bangkok. Yeah. So it was a good experience to be part of the delegation. So during that point in time, we basically understand better on how Thailand manages about their food industry, the standard of the tom yum, how the amount of ingredients that has to be in the tom yum is important also. That's how strict they are. And apart from that, I can agree that the Thai food is best eaten at Thailand itself, not at other countries, because the original one is better. Yeah. And also apart from that, I see that in terms of Thai culture, they are soft-spoken and they are, how to say, in Malay it's called budi pekerti is important also there. Yeah, that's all.
Just to share with you, Farhana, in Thailand, the region that speak Malay is actually the southern region, and they actually speak Malay and they actually write in Jawi. Yes. So if you go to the museum actually written everything in Jawi for Bahasa Melayu. So that,
right.
yes. So that is so interesting.
We find some cultural shocks here.
Yes.
If you ever visit us. By the way, I'm also my wife is from Narathiwat as well, so I've been there a lot. So you guys ever decided to come, let us know. I'll join Kun Panumat to welcome you there in Narathiwat.
Definitely. Mr. Panumat is actually our do best in Narathiwat. Duta besar in Narathiwat. Whoever come to Narathiwat have to go through Mr. Panumat actually.
The go-to guy, huh?
Yeah.
Just want to ask a question, and I wonder our friend from Singapore can help me. This question I have in mind quite some times already. Of course, we have changed our business model into online business because my sales has doubled up on online than offline. So that is also we have adjust ourselves, and it is already know that we have to change our focus into online. But in terms of income, economy of southern Thailand mainly depend or rely on tourism. Am I wrong to still expect that tourism is going to be the same or at least close to the same? Because what I see is maybe if tourism go for entertainment, that's going to be something else, maybe quite some times. But from what I can see here, tourism in terms of culture that we have in southern part of Thailand, and in terms of adventure that we have in also in Narathiwat, it's quite interesting to explore. I wonder if I expect this or I hope this to happen. Am I dreaming or not? You guys from Singapore can tell me better than what we think in ourselves here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Panumat. So any Singaporean want to answer on behalf?
Maybe you can repeat the question or for some of them.
And anyone was not clear, right?
It's not clear.
Kun Panumat, can you repeat what you were asking?
Asking, am I dreaming? It's too good to be true that still expecting tourism in Thailand go back to normal again, or at least not for entertainment, it's for culture, for adventure.
Oh, okay.
Because this is yet to be explored in certain part of our place. So just his question is, is it too hard to do this, or you think I should not expect this anymore?
I think
I like to share.
Yeah,
I like to
Gloria,
share.
please.
Yeah. So what happened is I'm in the training industry, right? So training industry requires conferences as well as classroom setting, and then a lot of my participants are coming in from all over the world. So partially also I arrange a lot of spas, visitation, holidays for them when they come to Bangkok. And I would say this, that at this present moment, the law is the governing factor. So we can't do anything unless the law is lifted up. But even once lifted up, I believe also everything will change. So meaning as a family, you can stay in the same room. So the hotel visitation will still carry on, but the cost will actually increase. Because we're talking about classroom setting, one table instead of two people sitting, it will be one person. Okay, so the distance have to apply, and then of course the rooms where they want to share, it has to be only among family members. Otherwise, no sharing. Because in the past, students can share the room. You know, the men will get the two bedroom sharing, and then the ladies will have also 2-bedroom sharing. So a lot of them come in with the lowest cost. But I think now it has changed. So what happened is that I would think in future, if moving forward, right, if they have to come over, I would actually rent Airbnb, to have more rooms be Airbnb, so they can have a smaller space, but we will put them at a lower cost by sharing the Airbnb, in my opinion. If moving forward, that is my contingency plan. So I still think that tourism can still come back, because at the end of it, people will still start traveling. However, the cost would have increased. Either it is lodging or it is dining places. You go to restaurants, it will be, you can't sit all together, not so warm. So people will be sitting at a distance. So it means you need to have more space. Space is expensive, but at least Thailand not so bad. The space is even more expensive in Singapore. So I would still think there is hope. However, it may not be now because people are still fearful. But eventually, if there is a vaccination, maybe that will be the hope where things will go back to a little bit more normal. But people will be more careful nowadays. My opinion is that, based on what moving forward is for my training.
Thank you, Gloria. My opinion is very simple. Once Asia goes up again, then everyone start flying.
Depends on the deals that they give.
Yeah.
So I echo what Gloria mentioned. I think it will change. People will be more selective where they are going. So the appeal got to be stronger. I find in the end, it will be an online competition. Whoever can impress online will win the game. Even when you go there, you are surprised. Oh no, I saw online it is a different thing, but when I go there, it's a different thing. Oh, too bad. That guy is better online. So whether is it to highlight, for example, I think a lot of people do not know or do not is not aware of Narathiwat, for example, where you're from, Narathiwat's plus points. So this is the part where the tourism board or the tourism authority, or just a bunch of tourism companies like SMCCI as the tourism cluster, got to band together and create something online, the like a user experience. Wow, from online I feel I want to go Disneyland. From online I feel I want to go here. So why is that so? Because their online presence is very, very strong, from their Facebook, their Instagram, their games, their adventure. They simulate everything online, and then it translates to physical visits in the future. But your dream can come true, Mr. Panumat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to share that I think Kun Marut, if you can write emotionally copywriting, you know, that it will sell. Seriously, right now it's all about what we read. You know, that you need to invoke emotion to people online. Yeah, that's how we work hand in hand. Whether
Yes.
it's Thai or in Malay or in English.
Yeah, that's what I do. People always decide based on emotion, not on reason, even though they want to argue otherwise, but they do depend on their emotion when they make their decisions. I do that. I know that very well. That's my profession. So thank you. Then one thing I would like to ask you guys is, obviously Thailand's COVID-19 situation is getting better, but what we are most fearful of is the second wave of the pandemic not to strike us in any time soon. We are trying to prevent that from happening. So that's why not everything has been lifted up yet. We are waiting. We are applying the wait and see measures. But what are about the situations in your countries? How is it in Indonesia, in Singapore? And I know Singapore is being hit pretty hard as well, and in Malaysia as well. Can you share some of them, please?
Anyone from Malaysia? Probably we can have Mr. Allen to explain on behalf. Okay, we don't have representative from Malaysia.
Mr. Iman.
Mr. Iman want to say something just now?
Yeah. Welcome.
I was just wanting to point out the fact about what Mr. Panumat was asking about the holidays and people coming for travel and stuff. I've got a friend who does a lot of vlogs and videos on travel. He does from all over the world. And I'm just basing this purely on Singapore alone. So he says that he gets the most number of views, not from places that he goes for a distance, you know, like US or Europe or somewhere like that, but he gets the most number of views and likes and response to neighboring countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, maybe, you know. So after this COVID situation is over, everybody will be feeling a little bit of pinch in their pocket as well. And if Narathiwat is able to, like what Siraj said, you know, make a wonderful impression online, you will probably get a very good response immediately, because people don't want to spend too much, but people want to go somewhere because they want to go for a holiday. They want to spend some time, get good food. Like I myself, you know, I love food. I go the distance to eat, you know. So and I know my dad used to run a restaurant, and all our chefs were from Narathiwat. So you know, they make the best tom yum, and they've got very nice oil chocks and whatever else not. You know, it's very nice Thai food, flavorful. So I think you have to do your marketing right now, so that when the pandemic is over, everybody is ready and you know, roaring to go and enjoy themselves in Narathiwat. This is what I think. Just you know, I mean, just my opinion. Yeah.
Just to share with you, if Mr. Nasir restaurant is open, you can actually enjoy seafood all night long for 400 baht.
See,
Food,
exactly.
yes.
So when it comes to you know, I still remember when I went to Krabi, you know, and I was having the first time I had tom yum inside a coconut. I've never tried that before in my entire life. So I had tom yum in a coconut, and I was like, wow, and it tastes wonderful, amazing, beautiful seafood. You know, it's a small island, but the impression lasts with you until now. You know what I mean? It's going to be with you forever. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of potential narrative. Even probably if you're telling me there's a lot of manufacturing, or there's a lot of other products, you know, which is also made in Narathiwat. So it becomes a byproduct that people will go. They go for tourism, but at the same time they want to enjoy the shopping and buy whatever else not. So you have to start marketing. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Iman.
Today I prepare so many pictures that Zahar, Siraj, Hairos datang di sini we take the pictures, kedai nasi. We even visit Isham factory, and also the pictures of those, and also the pictures of annually event of ada parade of orang kampung, the whole province datang join together. Ada competition, ada apa burung titik, burung titik, all kinds of competition. Even boat racing that participant from Malaysia or Indonesia, also even Singapore has participated in racing boat in Narathiwat. These kind of pictures, if you are be able to see in online, so maybe Mr. Marut can help us doing this, and then I think the emotional will make them wanting to come and visit us. Unfortunately, today there's some difficulty with my computer, so I hope next time you all can see from online. We try to bring these beautiful pictures to you all.
Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to yes, Mr. Nasir.
Are you here?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to talk about of Iman that tom yum in the coconut. So in Narathiwat, many things of food. You can come here in Narathiwat. My restaurant is the coconut, seafood, tom yum in the coconut.
Ice cream coconut also.
Ice cream coconut. Because Narathiwat is mainly 85% of Muslim, so easy for find the halal food.
Tiga wilayah, tiga provinces.
Yeah, and you see, you just have to do something where there is food and there is shopping for women and there's something for the kids, and that's it. You make it. That's it. That's all that they want. Men, they want to eat. Women, they want to shop. Kids, they want to play. And that's it.
Perfect. All you need is a lot of money.
You know, after COVID, we make a program for all our people, for all our group come to Narathiwat. So
yes, we should.
We bring to many places because I think I have experience. I have spent time. I spent time in Malaysia many years ago, about 10 years in Malaysia. So now my born is in Narathiwat. So I must do progress in Narathiwat. Narathiwat is many things, many places is to travel. We have the museum, we have the river in the town. It's easy. Everything is easy. If our group, our members come to Narathiwat, yeah, I hope it's good for after COVID.
Hopefully, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Just to update Mr. Marut on Indonesia situation. Myself here in Bandung, we are currently serving the lockdown, but the lockdown is not as tight as circuit breaker or probably like the one in Malaysia. We are still allowed to go out and buy our stuff. We are not allowed to go out from the Bandung city. Example, if I want to go to Jakarta, I can't. However, people are still okay to sell. I mean, in Indonesia, the tradition that people come to your house and sell things, tukang sayur, tukang bakso, everything. So ever since COVID, obviously that has decreased. However, there's still people go out there and sell because they do that for living. So Alhamdulillah, so far, yes, the case increased, but there's a lot of case get better. So we are hoping, based on our governor, Ridwan Kamil, he is looking in somewhere in June everything would be better. And Jokowi is looking at December, so I'm not sure about the rest. So yeah, as the also as the representative of Malaysian Embassy in Jakarta, Malaysia still also take back Malaysian. There's still flight for Malaysian to go back. So if they want to go back, so but when you go back, you still have to serve the quarantine, and that's what make things worse. I have my friend in Medan. His family is actually in KL. He actually work in Medan. I told him about the opportunity for him to go back, and then he was saying, what's the point if I go back? I have to spend quarantine for 2 weeks, and then I only spend 1 week with my family, and then I have to spend another 2 weeks quarantine to go back to work. So it's really not helping. So yeah, condition pretty much is the same for us in Southeast Asia. Hopefully everything will get better. So that's for Indonesia, Mr. Marut.
Anyone from Singapore want to hear about that?
Singapore, anyone want to share about the circuit breaker?
Maybe Shannon, because he's all dressed for the event, but I haven't heard him talking much. It's amazing to see Shannon like he's in a boardroom already, you know. He's ready for the end of circuit breaker. So Shannon, maybe you can share what's happening in Singapore.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, sorry. I was wearing this for the whole day. Meeting after meeting again. I was too lazy to change out. Okay, for Singapore, we call it the circuit breaker, but some people call it partial lockdown. We are easing out on a few services that now can open up. So like TCM or traditional Chinese medicine can start operating again. Those who are licensed. They can also start retailing. That means they can open their traditional Chinese medicine shops now. So those are some of the easing of circuit breaker in Singapore. On the 12th of May, there will be further easing. So there are more shops that can be reopened. So that's about the slow easing of the circuit breaker. Again, that depends on the numbers of infections for COVID. For business side, most of the Singaporeans are already settled down on working from home. In fact, a lot of people now are talking about not needing to go back to office even after the lockdown completes. So that has landlords running in fear because most likely the rentals or the take-up rates of offices will drop in the coming months, especially towards the end of the year where a lot of the office renewals will be happening. The government is also encouraging work from home, or the official term before COVID, we call it work-life balance. So we will do the telecommuting, that's another term before COVID. So those are all encouraged. We are getting quite a number of grants from government to do this. So if you look at how things are going, people are comfortable working from home. We are still running. The economy is still moving. The only issue is there is fear of the business owners running out of cash flow to continue with the business. So that is a big concern for us small business owners in Singapore. So a lot of us are actually hoarding cash or keeping cash within ourselves and not moving the money around in the economy. So my supplier don't pay me, I don't pay my vendor, and so on and so forth. So there is still a concern that I brought up the same thing last week. So in the situation coming months, even though there's easing, Some of the restrictions are still there. So my wife is a teacher. Coming 2nd June, they will need to still wear masks while teaching in class. So mask is still a hot commodity even till the end of the year, I think. So some of you are already selling masks. Yeah, so those are some of the things that we can expect in Singapore. Trading, I think a lot of fear. I think Brother Iman already mentioned everything is going on smooth, but in my circle, a lot of people are still asking, how do I send this to Malaysia? How do I send this to Indonesia? And I think Haris was the one that texted me, I think, earlier, and I referred him to Iman to help answer those questions. The fear is still there in Singapore. I think you also hear the questions going around earlier. That is something I think we need to address to keep the economy moving. We really need to keep goods flowing in and out of Singapore. We don't have any production in Singapore. Compared to Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, our production is very minuscule, very small. We still need a lot of imports, and a lot of us are still basically earning money from import-export. So we are still an import-export nation, even though the government is still pushing for a better or a higher level economy, such as technology. But practically, if you see the issues that we are facing in this COVID, it really shows that we are still an import-export company. I think Iman can attest to that. That's why he's in the industry. Yeah, so I think that will be about the summary of how Singapore is facing and how we are easing up on the COVID-19 measures. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. I believe. Yes.
Just one other question. Singapore is a kind of rich country. Do they have kind of stimulus plan for SME to help in assist on in terms of cash flow? Any lump sum of money to help the SME in Singapore?
Maybe Farhana can best answer that.
I'm not the right person to answer this question, but basically what we at SMCCI usually do is we on every Fridays we have a special members only kind of consultation whereby those member companies that are having difficulties, they will like reach out to us and arrange an meeting with our board of directors, and we share further info during that session. Then there will be a business advisor to advise further on what can be done and what are the grants available that is given by the government. Yeah. But right now, from what I know, that the government have announced quite a number of stimulus package for the business owners, and we actually shared it on our SMCCI Facebook page. So probably I can share the link. Then can you comment?
Okay, thank you, Farhana. In another word, Mr. Panumat, we have to be their members for free, and we will get to enjoy all these perks.
Maybe I will answer from a business owner's perspective of the grants. Like I mentioned last week, I am running on grants now, frankly. I am surviving on grants given by the Singapore government. So they have just disbursed to us 75% of my employees' salary amount last month. So that is quite a okay figure. The only issue is, of course, it cannot cover all our costs. And like I mentioned again, also, clients are not paying us. So that's where the cash flow problem is. And of course, we can't always expect everything to be settled by the government. We still need to push our sales. So some of us are pivoting to different businesses like selling masks. For my end, we are really trying to push remote support. So I'm doing IT support. So we are doing remote support now. So we were pushing sales in that direction. Only that still it is a local market. I should be looking at the global market now, since it's already online. So those are some of the things that we are trying to do to use the grants. So like I mentioned to you, the work-life balance, there is a grant for that also. They pay out by the number of employees you have. There is also the, what are the grants that I've applied? I mentioned this to some of you around last week. My full-time job now is not IT guy, but filling in forms for application of grants. So I'm looking at Torch Group to hire me next.
Sure.
Okay.
You are an expert in that already.
So Singaporean doesn't want to do like Trump did, right? Bail out, bail out all the companies.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the bailout actually, all the grants that they are giving. So the issue, of course, is if we do get the money, especially the ones that I mentioned to you, the 75% of my employee salary, we are not allowed to retrench them or put them on no pay leave. If we do that, they will take back the money basically.
Wow.
They will ask us to pay back. So these are some of the conditions of all these grants. So we also have to be careful. I have to be careful when I take these grants.
I feel, business owners should be finding ways what is available for them to apply. See, no one's gonna give you money and like call you for money. You know, a call and come and take money. No, but you have to be independent enough. Like Shannon, I mean, he checks the portals and fill up forms and is now an expert. Another thing would be, have you been doing your business the right way or not? That is the biggest question now. If you have not been paying taxes, they say, thank you. I don't know you. Your name not in my record. Thank you so much. You know, you're not a business owner. Or let's say now he has employees, right? Just now Shannon said he's got employees. So obviously he's been paying this CPF, Central Provident Fund, which is like a contribution to his employees' savings, helped by the government. If he doesn't contribute to that, they don't see that as an employee, you know. So as business owners, I think this is and recently we had in Singapore a bit of an issue about home-based businesses. So I think this is a good wake-up call to do things the right way. I mean, yeah, you don't have to give taxes. You have to pay a lot of taxes, but you got to see at least that you pay some of it and at least be rectified as an official business owner. That one we have to remember. And documentation. Some of us, I think our documentation skills are weak. We need to improve on that.
Great. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, everyone, for spending time with us all together. Social distancing from another country to another country, and we managed to meet here. I am so grateful and so happy, to be honest, that I managed to connect everybody in this small little room, what we call Zoom. We are hoping to do this every week. Please suggest anything in the group. Anything, how to fix the program, how to make the program smoother, anything. We willing to listen so that we can do this better. So do not want to take any more of all of you time. So if we did anything wrong, I would like to say sorry. Kalau ada kekurangan atau kelebihan, I hope whatever we discuss here can also be shared to all your friends. Please tell them that you guys managed to go to Naratiwat through Zoom. Please tell your friend that you managed to meet people in Indonesia. Please let them know, because it's very interesting story. I hope next meeting, each of us can speak something in a different language. So thank you very much. Kap kum krap. Terima kasih. So hope to see you guys again in the group and start comment or chatting, and hope to see everyone again next week, same timing. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much.
Kak Hafiza. Maybe stay a while, Kak Hafiza. Dah lama tak jumpa.
Okay. Any of you, and please, any of you want to stay, please, by all means.
Just want to say that this is not going to be the first one, and it's not going to be the last. We should have this more, and so we can keep connect. And hope next time I can bring beautiful pictures of us, of our town, for you guys to see, and hopefully you have emotional. We would like to come to Naratiwat. Thank you for you guys sharing time and sharing so beautiful thing today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Paduman.
Thank you.
Just to share a bit more, I was just if you have time, please like our Facebook page, Torch Group. There will be more information about our next sessions, some business tips and things like that over there. And you can comment about our session, how we can improve, and how Zaha mentioned also just now. So thank you so much again for coming. At the same time, I find that as business owners, we should help others. In fact, not as business owners, as humans, we should try to help others. And even as a small contribution is still better than nothing. So if there are anything that Naratiwat needs, for example, needy families, families who need something for Ramadan or for Hari Raya, for Eid Mubarak, or any other family, it doesn't matter if they're Muslim or non-Muslim, maybe you can share in the group chat. We are more than happy to support whatever we can, because in these times, it's not all about us. And I've learned that even if you have $2 and you give $1, that $1 might prove to be your next big $1 billion project.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Very good thing. Very good thing.
Hafiza, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm on behalf of Thai people, yeah. I heard a lot of good things. Really proud of, to become the Thailand people, right? And then secondly, yeah, thank you very much today. Also tomorrow, yeah, I and Mr. Arasu will go to Narathiwat, Pattani. We will see the Narathiwat people tomorrow evening, sir.
Okay. Kap kum kap.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Iman, for joining.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
I hope to see you again. Bye.
Bye.
So how are you, Zaha?
Alhamdulillah. It was awesome. It was good.
Yeah.
Like I always tell Siraj, it might be weird for the first time, but
yeah,
if you guys realize when the session is about to end, that is when the time people start talking.
Yeah. It's always like that. There's a warm up time that we need to allow. So is the Zoom a paid account?
Yes. It's not mine, it's Torch.
Okay.
Torch Group actually paid for everything.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Mr. Torch.
This one necessary lah, bro. But you got better deal or not?
No,
if you got better deal, I
free
can.
Account, man. The best deal is the free account. while asking you to create the meeting for me.
Boleh pakai aja, bro. We don't have to pay Zoom.
No. I still use